Hi, I'm Bob Rubart with the Oracle Technology Network, and my guest today is Oracle ACE Director Stewart Bryson. How you doing today, Stewart?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for having me on again, Bob. It hasn't been that long since the last time,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
I
think it
appreciate.
was maybe February. I think, and,
Yeah,
and
that
I,
sounds
I
right.
think we were talking about. You just published an article on OTN.
That's correct.
So for today, and the reason you're on here is you're one of, by my count, something in excess of 200 people who will present sessions at this year's Oracle Development Tools User Group KScope conference, which
Yep.
is coming up, kicks off June 22nd in Seattle. How many sessions are you presenting at this year's event?
So I have two regular sessions, and then this year on Thursday they're doing deep dives for each stream. So every stream has only a single presentation on Thursday, and myself and fellow ACE Director Kevin McGinley are running the Thursday session, the deep dive for BI. So together that's three, counting the Thursday session.
And you're also part of. I think there's a BI luncheon with Oracle Aces on Tuesday, I believe,
That
or
that
is that
sounds
Monday?
correct. I did agree to do that. So yeah, my calendar is quite dense, but I've done it every year in the past, and agreed to do it this year. So yes, I believe I they did select me, and I believe I am going to be on that. Yep.
So as far as your sessions are concerned, what will you be talking about? What technologies will you cover?
So I've got one that's called Extreme BI, and it's around agile delivery of BI. And that one's quite dense on the product list. It would make an Oracle product manager blush. It's got a focus around OBIEE, of course, but it layers in the technologies of GoldenGate as well as Oracle Data Integrator. So it's a packaging of several of Oracle's sort of key integration and reporting technologies, along with an agile methodology that lays out an approach to packaging all that up and delivering it with agility with the business user in mind. So it's mostly a methodology play. The only thing that's really a deep dive from a technology perspective is there's a little bit of Golden Gate deep dive, but the rest of it is, hey, you've got these products, you kind of understand how they work, but let me show you a methodology that kind of packages them together in a way that's real, that brings immediate value. So that's what I'm really excited about. I gave that one for the first time at Open World this last year, and have done it a few times since. The second one I have is what's called the OBIEE RPD Bootcamp. So there's a layer in the OBIEE product stack what's called the RPD, or the metadata layer, and it's at the same time both its most powerful feature and at times a limiting factor for new users. It's daunting, and it's can seem difficult to really get your head around. So this is one of the first. I'm really excited about it. This is one of the first sort of entry level or beginner courses or presentations that I've given in a while. I tend to sort of gravitate towards some of the more advanced topics. I gave something similar to it at Collaborate, and was just really pumped and excited coming out of it to see new users and new developers coming out sort of with marching orders. So that one is really fun, and it's caused me to sort of rethink my approach and maybe start doing some more of these entry level or beginners presentations maybe a little more often.
Sure, sure. So it sounds like you've got a full slate for KScope, but what sessions do you plan to attend?
Well, so one of the best things about KScope is the EPM content that's rich and very good. So I know that I'm actually on the BI content lead this year, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about the other sessions. Obviously, I'd have to mention my cohort, Kevin McGinley sessions. They're both of the ones that he's been accepted for are going to be very, very good. And I'm including in that our joint deep dive on Thursday. That's going to, obviously I'll be watching that because I'm going to be a part of it. But Edward Roski. It's always good to see him come and do the BI talks, and he's got one this year. And because the NRL guys just bring an incredible audience and it's really a great way to get BI, which tends to have a smaller audience at some of these conferences, into these big rooms, and it's an opportunity for Oracle's products to really shine with big audiences. So that's great. And I always, at KScope, I always step out of the BI track and go see some sessions around database. I see some sessions around Apex, which kind of interests me. So I haven't really selected which ones of those I'm going to go to, but expect to see me at several of the database ones and a few of the Apex ones.
All right. Well, Stewart, thanks for taking time this morning. I know you probably got a lot going on at this point, getting ready for this, and
yep. I always have time for you, Bob. You know that.
Well, I appreciate it. So I've been speaking with Oracle ACE Director Stewart Bryson. He's one of an army of presenters who will be at this year's ODTUG KScope event, June 22nd through 26th in Seattle. Stewart, again, thanks for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks, Bob.